If I listen to a book on tape, it's wonderful, you know, and I just, it's just a wonderful, it's just really great. So I basically, that is easily 2 books a month. And again, I also do actual reading, but, and I'm going to explain that in just a moment. How long every day? Well, you know, it all varies, you know, maybe 30 minutes, an hour. And how did you start reading? Well, again, first grade, I kind of remember a book and kind of figuring out that, oh, okay, this picture means this word, and then that word combined with that makes a sentence, and blah, blah. You know how it goes, you know. Let's see. Do you write stories? Let's see. Do I? You know, when I first heard that Vulcanite maneuver, I love that Vulcanite maneuver. It's really cool. I think it's called the Vulcanite maneuver, or maybe it's the Veluvian maneuver. I forgot what it's called, but it works. When I say I don't write stories, I remember when I first thought about that, I said, you know, that's not exactly accurate, because I do write, but I don't write stories. I write articles for newspapers sometimes, or periodicals. And that sounds a little bit pretentious. I only have one published article in a periodical, but you know, and I had several articles published in the local newspaper, but those, you know, not just letters to the editor, but actual articles. In fact, I used to write on a regular basis for a local newspaper. Obviously, I didn't win a Pulitzer Prize, so anyway, it's no big deal. Let's see. Do you read on holidays? Yes. Okay. Do you think people who don't read should? What do you think of them? What's the old saying? It's sad if a person can't read, but it's a tragedy if a person can read and doesn't. So yes, is reading important? Well, absolutely. For me, one of the things I love about reading is that it connects me not only with other people, but it connects me with other eras. I remember I was in philosophy class, and this professor, I'll never forget his name, Professor Gil Ring, and he said, you know, people lament the fact that we don't have, you know, an Augustine for our time, you know, and he would help all these famous books, you know, we don't have a Shakespeare of our time, and he goes, we do, and then he would say, and he hold up the book again, they're here, all you have to do is read them. And I thought that's fascinating, because people who have long since passed on, yet leave their thoughts with us in the form of books. See, do people in your family read? Well, my brother Earl, who many of you have met through my little video tribute of him, read 5 languages, and yes, he was an avid, voracious reader. Bad books. Well, I know some people feel that some books certainly have dangerous ideas. But I think that, again, when a person writes a book, they are writing their soul onto parchment or paper. And we get a chance to know them, probably better than they think we do. I think when you write something down on a page, yes, you can lie, you can have ghostwriters and all that kind of thing, but excuse me. But when an individual begins to put ink to paper, something of their soul seeps into that paper as well. And see, and what is your absolute favorite book? Well, my absolute favorite book is this one right here. Any of you recognize this book here? Great read. However, I'm waiting for it to come out on a movie. Okay. Well, Herman, those were my answers to your 15 literary questions. Oh, and one last thing I just want to say. For me, I hope I can edit this. For me, this little thing here has been a big help. The iPad 2 or a Kindle, because, my friends, I can read this so much easier than a regular book. Now, do I miss the feel and the smell of a nice bound book or even a paper book in my hands? Yes. But this helps me to read a page a lot easier because it's backlit. See, I have astigmatism. So, there you have it. I hope you got something out of that. This has been Holy Smoke and Pipe Padre saying thanks for watching, and tag, you're it.